Is God real, or is life just one big coincidence? Sometimes the unexplainable happens, and I'm sure we have all had an unexplainable event happen to us sometime in our life. I'm going to tell you about my family's event. And back in 1999, my husband was going on his 7th year in the Air Force, and he was stationed in New Mexico. Me, I was a freshman in high school. Yeah, there's a 10-year difference. But anyhow, he went out shopping and he came across an antique store where he bought a set of antique china for his future wife. In June of 2003, after I had graduated high school, I decided that I was going to go visit my mom in Italy. She was stationed at Aviano Air Force Base. And there, that very first night, I met my husband. In 2004, we got married, and we started a family. Between the years of 2006 and 2010, we had got PCS orders to Dover, Delaware, where we lived. And we expanded our family a little bit more. So, in 2010, we got orders that we were going to go to Japan. There, we were going to stay for 4 years before my husband was going to retire. Since he knew he was going to retire, we kind of had to start a savings so we could eventually buy a house and land. In 2012, after saving a little bit of money, we decided we were going to start looking for land to either build a house on, or hopefully find land that already had a house on it. So between the years of 2012 and 2013, we looked and we looked and we looked, and we just were having no luck. There was huge bumps in the road and nothing was going our way. That's just an easy way to explain it. There was either houses or land that we really liked, there was contracts already on them, or it wasn't in an area that we both agreed upon. We didn't have enough money saved up for what we did agree upon. But after a year and a half of looking, on August 8th, our current home and land that we reside on now came on the market. It met both of our criterias. We agreed upon it, and so within 12 hours of it coming on the market, we had put a bid in on it. After going up against a lot of people who had put their bid in on it, and an investor and everybody else, within 4 days they had accepted our bid, and we had a contract on the house. 24 days later, the house was in our name. So, but all this happened while we were still living in Japan. So we bought a house with land, sight unseen, never seen it before, but we knew that's what God was calling us to do. So on March 26th, 2014, our family left Japan to come home to Mississippi. We seen our house and our land for the first time and was blown away because it was more than what we had expected. After moving into our house in April of that same year, we decided we started to clean up the property, because the property had been abandoned for 7 years. Nobody had lived here, and it just sat and sat and sat. So there was a bunch of junk. And there was also an old, dilapidated, run-down house that was on the property. And so my husband went in and started cleaning up. In that house, he found in the sink a piece of china. When he brought the china up to the house, the plate up to the house, I was blown away, because it matched the china that he had bought in 1999 for his future wife. What have I learned from all this? Sometimes things happen in our lives, and some call it coincidental. I call it the work of God.
Finally finished.